West gets the start tonight. Five seconds. All right, back here once again at the Lee and Rose Warner Coliseum as we are just about set to go between the Cretin-Derham Hall Raiders and the St. Thomas Academy Cadets here tonight. I want to remind you, as always, you can email us here at the arena by clicking on that email us link at the bottom of your game tracker screen. Let us know who you are, where you're from, who you're listening to tonight here on the Minnesota Sports Broadcast Network. Also want to thank some of our sponsors, including Catholic United Financial, fraternal life insurance, annuities, and benefits. Every step, every journey, we're there for life. Catholic United Financial can be found online at catholicunitedfinancial.org. And in St. Paul and in Mendota Heights, contact Mary Herons. Also with locations across the Twin Cities Metro, and Western Wisconsin Associated Bank is conveniently located to suit your banking needs. Visit their website at associatedbank.com to find the closest location nearest you. And St. Thomas Academy coming in with the 3-1-0 record. As you can see there, the blue uniforms with the white lettering, no trim tonight. Cretin-Derham Hall with the white uniforms with the purple stripes, purple letters and numbers, and the gold trim. As we are set to go, Peter Krieger to face off here for St. Thomas Academy as he face-offs against Luke Deach, the senior forward for Cretin-Derham Hall. We're underway, and here comes St. Thomas Academy. As it's flipped in the zone, now played here by Cretin-Derham Hall's Dominic Needy, the senior defenseman, and now we've got a whistle. Well, that didn't take long. Only 19 seconds in, we've got an interference call, and St. Thomas Academy is going to go on a very early power play.
Yeah, that definitely was not a penalty that Cretin wants to take early. This is the time when you set the tone, and you don't want to start setting the tone short-handed because typically you play defense. When you're short-handed, this is a great opportunity for St. Thomas to kind of start running away with this one offensively.
Krieger wins the face-off, and St. Thomas Academy losing it out of the zone as Tony Bretzman will lose it. As that's Deitch. So not only the first penalty of the game, but the captain of the team on the penalty as it's brought into the zone by Matt Perry for St. Thomas Academy. The number 1 line, Perry, Krieger, and Commerce on the line for St. Thomas Academy. As that's Scherhammer getting it across to Krieger with a shot tipped away. That's Mark Petrikowski, the senior netminder for Cretin-Derham Hall. 2-2-0 with a 3.48 goals allowed average. Stopping just 81.8% of shots as that one hit the post. As that's Andrew Commerce. A minute 13 remaining on the power play. As it's worked around, Krieger, the touch pass, now gets it back. Trying to send it across for Tony Bretzman, the junior defenseman. Gets through and sent right back to Krieger on that right wing. Back around now for Commerce. And now off to Perry. Perry has it stolen away by Michael McMahon, the senior defenseman. And he'll try and pin it up as long as he can. 45 seconds remaining on the power play. St. Thomas, a couple of shots on goal in this power play, but nothing doing so far against Petrikowski. As this is Scherhammer, right out front, a shot and a goal! Andrew Commerce with the goal, and the power play goal giving St. Thomas Academy a 1-0 lead.
And that is the goal that St. Thomas was looking for right there, because that is one that gets their offense going. You get a lot of momentum now. Cretin's on, they're playing catch up early in the game, and that's really not what you want to be doing in Cretin's position.
Just a beautiful pass there from Scherhammer to find Andrew Commerce.
Yeah, great chemistry on that first line.
And so the goal, Commerce getting his 4th goal of the year. Matt Perry also getting an assist. So just 1:47 into the first period. St. Thomas Academy on the board, 1-0. And you know that first goal is going to be huge in a game like tonight, a rivalry game. Always like to draw the first score of the game, and St. Thomas Academy able to do that to take the 1-0 lead. As the Cadets control the puck again. Up ice pass to Austin Sattler. Too strong. This will be icing, and so the faceoff will come back inside the St. Thomas Academy zone. Gives us a chance to talk about Ian West, the senior netminder for St. Thomas Academy, getting his 2nd start of the year. He is 1-0-0 with a 1 goal allowed average. 96.3% saves, just 1 goal allowed. 26 saves made in his 1 start. Not
starting Zevnik is a little different for St. Thomas because he's gotten most of the starts this year. But Ian West, he got some playing time in the state tournament last year, and he's a real solid goaltender. And so I think St. Thomas is just trying to test it out. They have a good, solid goaltending core, and I think they're trying to make sure they have 2 solid goaltenders just in case they need one in the future.
There's that one on net. You talk about David Zevnik, who's 2-0-1. He's only allowed 5 goals, 34 shots total.
Yeah, he's been playing really well.
As Wyatt Schmidt sends it wide, kept in the zone by Scherhammer. 13.5 remaining here in period number 1. As Wyatt Schmidt playing the puck as it comes back out into the neutral zone. Shots on goal thus far, St. Thomas Academy with 4. And Cretin-Derham Hall still without a shot on net against Ian West. As this is flipped into the zone, and now Cretin-Derham Hall will change. Jack Stang flipping it into the zone. He's 2nd on the team in points, behind Luke Deitch with 8 points, including 6 goals. As Krieger will bring it back down the ice for St. Thomas Academy, trying to get around that defense and losing it, but picked up by Commerce. Off to Bretzman now. 1-timer from Bretzman as the puck came loose, and Nearly a rebound by St. Thomas as Bretzman has it again. Now Seamus Donahue. And the save made by Petrikowski. As it's cleared out, and a lot of time spent inside this cadet zone early here in the first couple of minutes. As that's already the 5th shot on goal. We're less than 5 minutes into the first period. And here we go again as Matt Perry with the puck as he loses it. Played here by Patrick Cullen for Cretin-Derham Hall. And now cleared out and up the ice pass for Joey Decker, who is free. A shot by West, or rather shot blocked by West. And the first shot on net was a good one for Cretin-Derham Hall. They just couldn't execute.
Yeah, that was a poor opportunity given up there by St. Thomas. You have all the momentum. You don't want to lose it just on a poor defensive switch or something like that early in the game after you got your first goal.
As Mike McMahon will chase here for Cretin-Derham Hall. The Raiders down by a goal, 1-0. 12 minutes remaining here in period number 1. Power play goal by Andrew Commerce, the first goal of the day for St. Thomas Academy. This will be chased into the corner by Alex Johnson for St. Thomas Academy, and now flipped back out into the neutral zone. That one caught somebody on the bench for Cretin-Derham Hall, so the faceoff will come. 11:44 remaining here in the opening period. Well, whether you're looking for a dentist in St. Paul or a plumber in Mendota Heights, DexKnows.com is the online place to go. DexKnows.com, your online Yellow Pages phone book and business directory. And St. Thomas controls again. Gunnar Regan back behind the net now for St. Thomas. A shot right on and blocked away by Petrikowski. Kept in the zone by Grant Sattler. And now off to Gunnar Regan again. Regan handing off in the slot for Dan McManus, but he couldn't get a shot off. And now up the ice comes Cretin-Derham Hall. Chris Connolly a shot, and West makes the save. That's his second save of the day. And now St. Thomas back the other way. McManus can't handle the pass, and here's Cretin trying to recontrol the puck after they have not been able to do so, with the exception of a couple of odd man rushes. It's all been St. Thomas thus far. As this one is flipped in, but it's a 3-on-1, and Eric Sherhammer able to catch up to that one. Off the boards now for Commerce, and that'll be icing prior to Petrikowski touching that puck. And so the face-off will come all the way back down the ice with 10:39 to go.
I just wanted to touch on something you mentioned during that last play. You're talking about the time in the offensive zone for St. Thomas, and I think that can be attributed a lot to St. Thomas's passing. I've noticed some tremendous passing. I think that's why they have a lot more offensive pressure so far than Cretin.
As the puck controlled now again by Cretin-Derham Hall off the face-off win from St. Thomas. And again, the puck pushed back into the zone by the Cadets. And this is chased here by Matt Perry as he'll keep the puck in the zone. Also there is Commerce as the starting line back out on the ice for St. Thomas. But this is Kendall Boland Porter, the junior for Cretin-Derham Hall, controlling the puck. Getting it off now to Deitch. And Deitch really bottled up as Krieger comes out of the pile with it. And he'll blast one from near center ice, and Petrikowski covering up, even though he had nothing but Cretin-Derham Hall Raiders around. He felt the footsteps, if you will, of Austin Sattler and thought better than to let the puck go. And so we'll have a face-off to his right. I want to say hello to Peter. Peter's watching the broadcast from Chicago tonight, cheering for the St. Thomas Academy Cadets. Once again, if you want to let us know who you are, where you're watching from tonight, send us an email by clicking on that email us link at the bottom of your game tracker screen. As this is Rob Donovan flipping it up the ice. Another odd man rush for Cretin-Derham Hall is Cullen on the shot. Patrick Cullen, the junior, 6 goals on the season. That ties him for the team lead along with Luke Deitch, and West again up to the task.
Yeah, so far really solid goaltending from West. I think St. Thomas can be really happy with that so far.
And St. Thomas winning that face-off as Seamus Donahue, a freshman, will flip it out of the zone for St. Thomas Academy. Alex Johnson trying to come across the line. That was poked back away. And again, the pressure comes. Here's Sattler off to Johnson, and again, that tipped away. Nicely done there by Derek Olmshank, the sophomore defense for Creighton. As this one picked away again, and a shot off the side of the net by Alex Johnson. As the pressure continues to come early for St. Thomas. Alex Johnson again, losing it, and now controlled by Max Jackson for the Raiders. Up the ice now to Nick Reese, and he sends one wide. And sending it through the slot area, and St. Thomas controls. Every time Creighton-Durham Hall seems to be even up with St. Thomas, they lose the puck out of the zone. Their only opportunities, again, thus far, have all been on an odd rush. That third shot was the same way.
Yeah, I think they just need to start setting up more in the offensive zone. But, I mean, St. Thomas has done a good job defensively, not allowing them to do that.
Here's McManus again, now off to Regan against the wall. And now Tom Novak, a freshman forward, to play the puck. Off to Jack Doherty, and that one bouncing towards Petrikowski, and he sticks it away. 8 minutes, 10 seconds remain here in the opening stanza. Shots on goal, St. Thomas Academy 7, Creighton-Durham Hall with 3, and here's another chance for the Raiders, as this is Reese. And Reese gets a shot, and a rebound comes free, but picked up by Perry.
Not a good rebound to give out by West there. You want to try to steer him away from the front of the net. That one just kind of bounced right out in the slot.
And that was the first chance that Creighton-Durham Hall had to really do something off a rebound.
Exactly.
This intercepted by Jack Stang, and that goes through the slot. A rebound again off to the weak side, and a block save there, as Jack Stang had that block before it got to West.
Just seems to me like Creighton gets in the zone and they either get a shot and change, or they just St. Thomas takes it away. They really haven't been able to set their offense up yet. And I think if they want to get back in this game, that's something they really have to focus on. And
again, a credit to the Cadets defense for not allowing them to do so.
Absolutely.
As Novak will bring it in for the Cadets, and picked away from behind by Reese as he gets it across to Bolin Porter. And this one flipped in is partial changes made by both squads. 7 minutes to go as Krieger back out onto the ice along with Commerce and Perry. And right out in front, and Perry will take that away and flip it back out to center. Derek Olmshank will chase, but St. Thomas will flip in as Eric Schurhammer will throw the puck into the zone. And right back in again. There's Creighton-Durham Hall waiting to get onside, and that one flipped into the moat, as I like to call it.
Yeah. I don't. It really makes it weird for me to watch the game with that there. Just, it feels like you're so much farther. Well, you are farther away, but just even more so. The game seems really isolated, I think.
It does, but at the same time, I think it really gives you a good sight line.
It does.
At the same time, because there's nothing really in between you and the moat. The only time you have any problem is when you're against that near board, but
that's true.
It really gives it, I don't know if you can, in hockey, have a stage type feel.
I was just going to say something along those lines. It is kind of more like a show as opposed to, it feels more like a show as opposed to a game, I think.
And less than 6 minutes to go, we'll have icing. Want to say hello to Harold. Harold's enjoying the webcast from Hawaii.
Jealous.
I'm not sure it's all that stacked up to be myself, but
they might have more snow than us at this point.
They could. They very well could. Anybody else could too. Chris Connolly with the puck, but losing it. Gunnar Regan back the other way. And he's checked out of the boards. And this is Needy coming in, and he loses the puck as Donahue will clear the zone. Getting down to the 5-minute mark. This has been a rather expeditious first period.
I would agree.
Only the one penalty and very few stoppages.
Yeah. The crowds aren't in it too much either. Something I've noticed. Usually there's a lot of back and forth between the student sections, but it's relatively quiet here today.
Well, this is Krieger. Do you think that has something to do with the fact that we're in maybe a larger venue?
I mean, yeah, maybe a little bit, but usually you can kind of hear one of the sides because we're on the St. Thomas side, so usually you could maybe hear them, but yeah, I don't know. It does have that effect a little bit. Like, I know at the X for state, it sounds a lot quieter just because there's, generally less people, or for the Schwann's Cup, definitely. But yeah, I mean, it's not a huge stadium.
As Perry has the puck now, 4 minutes, 19 seconds remaining here in period number 1. Krieger trying to get it down to Schmidt, and that's tipped away. Right back to Krieger now. Commerce. He plays it for Schmidt. And this one deflected to Olmshank, but he can't clear the zone. And now it will be cleared by the Raiders. As McMahon losing it, now picked up here by Hart. Hart, nice pass from behind now to Johnson, and that one deflected away. Johnson ends up on the ice without a stick.
That was great defense by Cretin there. That could have been a quality shot, and generally shots from there get big rebounds, so that was a really clutch play for Cretin to not allow St. Thomas to get a whole lot more momentum.
3.5 minutes to play here in this first period. As Alex Johnson flips it in. I have to chuckle, and I'll tell you why. Maybe our next stoppage, if we have another stoppage.
No kidding. I don't think we've had one for the last couple minutes.
And it's Gunnar Regan brings it in. A shot knocked away by Petrikowski, and then he tips it away with the stick as well. As Novak has a wide angle chance, getting it off to McManus. He couldn't get a shot. Rebound by Bretzman, and it goes up the top shelf. As Bretzman again, the drive, and that one tipped out in front by Regan, but wide. Bretzman doing a nice job keeping it in again, and another shot, and Petrikowski makes the save.
I think that was 3 shots for Bretzman on that shift.
It was. It was a very solid shift for Bretzman.
Yeah, well done.
Our good friend, Professor Steve Edgerman, emailing in. I say our good friend, our long-lost friend from the Minnesota State hockey tournament from last year. Professor Edgerman, always willing to send us emails in regards to our grammatical incorrectness.
Oh, boy. Never been my strong suit.
If I recall, Professor Edgerman was never a fan of when I said that it was a scoreless game, because 0-0 is in fact a score. And Professor Edgerman says you should be saying they might have more snow than we do, not than us. Sorry to be a Scrooge.
Oh, no worries.
There it is. And he is right. If you take out the subject of snow and just say they have more than us, as opposed to they have more than we, he would never say that.
Yeah.
So, well done, my friend, Professor Edgerman.
Yeah, good catch. Guess I should pay better attention to English class.
We have missed you.
Yeah.
As the shot on net for Cretin-Derham Hall knocked away, and the rebound comes out to St. Thomas Academy. Here's Austin Sattler bringing it in, and has a seam and knocked away by Petrikowski. He got all the way to a point-blank range, and Petrikowski able to save it with 1:15 remaining here in the period number 1. As Schmidt will send it back out for Scherhammer, and then he's double-teamed into the wall. And Cretin-Derham Hall able to knock it out, but not across the blue line. Scherhammer will keep it in. And again, he's crushed out of the play as it is cleared out this time. And then a big hit out at center ice. Scherhammer levels Hoffman. As a shot comes through, West makes the save. And picked up here by Johnson. 48 seconds remaining in period number 1. 1-0, St. Thomas Academy. As it's brought back in, and a shot both on net and through the net as Alex Johnson plowing into Petrikowski, and Petrikowski a little slow getting up.
That was, yeah. I mean, now you're starting to see the rivalry aspect of it. Things are getting really physical, a lot of end-to-end kind of stuff, and as a consequence, sometimes the goalies get hit a little bit harder than everyone else. But it looks like he's going to be all right.
As they will reset the nets. The nets here with the magnets holding the net into place.
Yeah, thank God they're not cemented into the floor anymore. That one really would have hurt.
So 39.1 to play here as the puck is dropped. As the puck cleared out to center, Schmidt will control up the ice for McManus. As this is taken away by Nitti, and that one goes into the moat, and we'll have a face-off back out at center. 21.2 seconds remaining. Shots on goal favoring St. Thomas, 10-6. So Cretin-Derham Hall has had their opportunities, but they have been fewer and far between than St. Thomas Academies.
Well, I think St. Thomas also had that power play. I think they got about 4 shots and obviously a goal on that. So that, you know, taking that out of the factor, it even sinks up a little bit more. But regardless, St. Thomas has had a lot more offense going. Late
shot there by Krieger as the puck will hop into the moat again. 1.9 seconds remaining in the period. So a last face-off here, as we'll be joined by our good friend Jerry Mabry following this commercial break during our first intermission. He's going to break down the period for us with a fine-tooth comb. As the period comes to a close at the end of one, St. Thomas Academy leading Cretin-Derham Hall 1-0. We'll take a break. We'll be back after this here on the Minnesota Sports Broadcast Network.